What a contest. Another boomer of a game between the two biggest clubs in the county. Entertaining, excitement. You chipped in with a couple of goals, but Jack Dawson's goal was absolutely delicious. Let Celtic back into it near the end with a free kick at a penalty, but boy, my God, that is one happy dressing room tonight. How do you sum it up?
Roller coaster of emotions, to be honest. To go 3-0 up and then them to bring it back to 3-2 with 5 or 10 minutes to go was a bit of a... I don't even know how to describe it. It was just upside down the place times. But I'm delighted to get over the line. The boys are delighted to get over the line, and we have another cup final to look forward to.
And of course, with the heat this evening, temperature at kick-off was actually 26 degrees Celsius. The commitment and the energy given by both teams has to be admired, because it must have been really taxing out there.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty hot. Like, you wouldn't put that condition in Spain, well, probably would, like, I'm sure we won't say anything. But it was pretty hot out there. Like, even having to have 2 water breaks in the game at the start of September is saying a very lot, like, but it is what it is, and we dealt with the conditions and we get over it.
I know one person said to me at work today, was it going to be a case of revenge or repeat? And revenge is probably too strong a word, but to be honest, it was more like making up for what was lost and getting what we deserved.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, to play Celtic in the normal game in the season and to draw 2-2 with them and feel like we should have got more than the point, and then to bring it to extra time then in the playoff and lose on penalties obviously isn't sweet, like, but to come back down here and show the character that we did and get the results that we did deserve finally.
So we're waiting the winners of Con Rangers and Ballina in the final. I don't know whether you've heard the score. I certainly haven't at the time of speaking to you. But after beating Celtic in the final, in the semi-final, should I say, it's a game worthy of a final. But the final itself, you can't really afford to take whoever said it for granted.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we just got to take it one step at a time. Like, whether it is we're going to give it our all and we're going to go for that title. So
I'm sure there'll be a few celebrations tonight, but I say after tonight it's just knuckle down. It's back to, for some lads, the Under-18 FEI Youth Cup on Saturday against Ballyhane, and for some other lads, the Super League game against Minola. So it's a chance really to switch off from this game and see the fixtures this coming weekend out.
Yeah, definitely. Look, the Under-18s have their first game of the Youth Under-18 FEI Cup on Saturday too, and we have a game followed at 5 o'clock in the last game, or 6 o'clock, the last game of the Super League. So if we can get a few people down and to watch the standard that we've been playing recently, I think it would be very good.
I have to say the support here tonight was absolutely fantastic. That when they really got behind the team, I could actually feel the energy being transmitted onto the players. And when you have that sort of focal enthusiasm and really get up and go from the line, it does make a difference. It actually lifts the players. Do you feel?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, there was a group down there towards the top goal, up towards the top pitch. There was a group of lads our age or a few years older that you could hear them for the whole game, and there was credit to them. They drove us on really well, and I think that's what got us over the line, to be fair.
Yeah, and they were really excited. Every time Dylan got on the ball, they really drove him on, and it made a huge difference.
Yeah, they did. I think it gave Dylan an extra boost to go that extra mile in the last few minutes of the game, and credit to Dylan, who was super to come back from London as well after moving away there for a month, and to come back and give that performance. Fair play to him.
And of course, we've the other games coming up, but we'll certainly look forward to the final, and I certainly look forward to being there, and let's hope another trophy comes back to the port.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much. It was a hot evening, temperatures of 26 degrees Celsius, and the temperature certainly rose on that pitch, and what a contest. Goals, drama, you name it, you got it.
Yeah, and a pretty lively crowd to go with it. Kenneth, it was a good evening. and it kind of completed a trilogy with Castlebar Celtic this year. 3 really top games against very good opponents. Credit to Castlebar Celtic, credit to Stevie, Gavin, and just take a word of congratulations to Castlebar Celtic who won the Super League. And they've been really stiff opponents in 3 games. There's only been 1 goal separating the 2 teams, 2-2 and 3-2 across 3 games. And they've been 3 really, really lively games and 3 very, very high quality games. And we really respect Castlebar. They were a good side, and we're really happy that we came out in the end of the result this evening.
So after going 3-0 up, the brace from Keane and then Jack's folly, things look to be cruise control, game over. But we let Celtic back into it with a free kick and a penalty, and it could have been squeaky bum time all over again.
Well, it was. It was squeaky bum time. We put Killian McGing on at that stage just to shore things up at the back a little bit, because Celtic had started to hit long balls to the back post, and we just wanted to make sure we had the numbers there. We saw the game out. We asked the players before the game. We thought that maybe the game in Solar Park, where we lost on penalties, we thought maybe that our passing could have been a little bit better. And I was here at training on Tuesday night, and Kevin McNamara had the combined training session, and I thought that everybody looked really sharp and the passing looked really, really sharp. Kevin is doing a fantastic job that way. I just thought the range of passing and the angles of passing and the movement, and I just had a feeling that if we could bring that passing into this evening's game, that we would stand a very good chance, and we did. And I asked all the players to be brave and to be courageous in their range of passing, and to be brave in possession. And I thought that they were, oh my God, I thought that they were really good this evening, and they were brave in that regard. And I think we were dominant in the game. We controlled large spells of the game, and we should have scored probably more goals. But very happy to come out. It doesn't matter what the margin is, very happy to come out with a win.
When you're speaking about the range of passes, the passing range that kind of stuck out really, where the passes hit across to Dylan on the right side and to Keane, or if Alex was overlapping on the left. And I say when the passes were played, and particularly more so with Dylan, we would constantly look like a threat on the flanks.
Oh yeah, I thought both Keane, but with so many outstanding players, and the risk is that if you mention a player's name that you're leaving everybody else out, but we had so many top performers, but our 2 wingers were sensational, Keane and Dylan. It clearly looked as if Dylan had his own fan club there in the second half at one stage. He got cheered for everything, but he's a very dangerous player. We noticed that maybe the Celtic fullbacks liked to play in a little bit off the line, and left a little bit of space for those crossfield balls, so Dylan did very well to target those. Dylan O'Malley in the middle of the park did very well to target those, and Fionn and Jack.
And when you look at the crowd, they were really vocal in the second half, and to be honest, it gave that team that bit more energy to get over the line.
Yeah.
Because there's a huge difference when you have people at your game just merely spectating it. They don't really lift the players, but like this evening, when the supporters really got behind the players, it lifted their game by 5, 10, 20%, whatever.
Yeah, the Westport people love soccer, and it's just thank you very much for everybody that came down to support us, and it was really good. And Castlebar brought their own crowd, and they met the occasion as well, so it was just a lovely occasion to be involved in.
So when you look at the final now against Con Rangers, I believe.
Yeah, they won 3-1. We played Con Rangers already, and they were a good side, and Joe was a good coach, and I think it's Mark and Joe that are there. We won nothing, and I know everybody that wins the semi-final says that, and I'd say Joe Bucknan is saying the same thing himself up in Con Rangers. We haven't won anything, we just won a game of football, and it will be absolutely meaningless if we can't finish the job. And I'm sure that Joe Bucknan is saying the same thing to his Con Rangers players, that it's only a semi-final, it's only a game. We've got to enjoy the moment, but at the same time keep our heads and make sure that we're right for next week.
The important thing really for the lads, really, they're all fighting for place, and they're starting 11 for the final, is they need to respect Con Rangers. Just because they beat them already in the league means absolutely nothing. Con Rangers could turn around, we could have an off day, they could easily flip us over.
Yeah, well, Con Rangers knocked Ballyhane, a very good Ballyhane side and a well-coached Ballyhane side, out in the quarter-final. So that speaks enough for me. I know well what's ahead of the final.
So I'm sure the players might be celebrating tonight, but they need to tune back in, because you have a mixture of the Under-18 FAI Youth Cup on Saturday, the preliminary round against Ballyhane at 2, and then you have the juniors against Manullen, the final league game on Saturday evening at 6. So the players would obviously need to be focused on that for obvious reasons, for the Under-18s to get a good run in the FAI, and for the juniors not only see out the league but use it as an opportunity to start fighting for places for the Calagas Cup final and the FAI Junior Cup and the Cork Cup further down the road.
Yeah, and that's what you want. Kevin Kittrick didn't start this evening, and he was really, really disappointed. And I'd be disappointed if he wasn't disappointed. But we have so many good players on the squad that it's a really tough job to pick a starting 11. And Kevin came on, but with Killian McKing on the bench, and we had Evan Durkin, we had so many good players on the bench. Dan O'Malley. It's a really strong squad, and I'm delighted that we have that competition and that we have that fight for places and cover in every direction. Again, to thank Kevin McNamara and Pat and Tony for the work they're doing at Super League level.
And of course, when you look at the strength of the squad now going into the final, and if we have all the players fit and available for selection, I'm sure come match day of the final, it will be a serious headache picking your starting 11.
It's picking this evening's team was one of the toughest things I've had to do in football. It was really, really tough. But it's a final, and we just have to treat it like a game. We can't let the occasion get to us, and we have to prepare the same way, and we have to make sure that our players go out without wasting emotional energy leading up to the final, and we have to have them fit and ready to go when the whistle is blown, and that's our job.
So we'll be looking forward to a cracking game of football in the final, and we hope that the trophy will come home, but it's down to the players themselves on the day, on their mindset, getting everything right, their discipline, their tactical approach, and respect of the opposition. Don't take them for granted. Just go out there, focus on your game, get the job done.
Yeah, I see Rory Brennan tried to put me off there, walking by the window. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You really have to get to the first whistle with a clear head and not having wasted energy just on the emotions leading up to the final. Just treat it like another game, but turn up. Turn up. And that's our job, is to help the players turn up ready for the final.
And we will be looking forward to the game, as well as all the other big games coming up. And as always, many thanks talking to you.
Thanks, Kenneth.